This recipe is easy, delicious, full of wood-fired flavor. This is not your mama's meatloaf. This is not your mama's rules. Oh man, this is so good. Hi, my name's Austin Granger, corporate chef at Traeger Grills, and today we are going to be making a recipe called Not Your Mama's Meatloaf. It's got a lot of traction on our website. It's got 4 to 4 stars, hundreds of reviews. So let's get into this, and I'm going to show you how to make it. All right, so right here we have our ground beef and our ground pork, and this is a meatloaf that's super simple. It also, we're not using a loaf pan, so you don't have to worry about like your great grandmother's rusty loaf pan to use. So this is nice. Goes right on the grill grate. So we have our ground pork, our ground beef, and we're gonna start adding our ingredients. So we got our milk here, and add that, and we're just gonna mix this all together after. So super simple. Our breadcrumbs. We have some chopped onion, just coarsely chopped. And then we have some ground sage here. Add a little flavor in there. And we are gonna do some salt too. All right, and then the last thing we're gonna add is 2 eggs that we're gonna beat and add in there. Start mixing it up. All right, so let's get these eggs whipped up real fast. All right, that's looking good. And just add those to the rest of our mix here. So let's mix this up. And we just want to thoroughly mix it, get all the ingredients combined. This one's gonna have a nice sweet glaze using our Traeger Que sauce and a little bit of apple juice. So it's gonna be really delicious and nutritious. Well-balanced meal. All right, so we have our meat all mixed up, and we're gonna form our loaf onto our butcher paper. We're using butcher paper just for ease of getting it off onto the grill. We wanted to make sure we pack this really well too, just so that way we don't get any cracks in it. So I'm just gonna kind of make it into a big ball and just really pat it down here. All right. And then we're just gonna kind of put this on the tray, and we're just gonna form a hand-formed loaf. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just wanna make sure the thickness is even all the way through so we get even cooking. Something like that looks perfect. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this to the refrigerator and let it all set up for about 30 minutes. And after that, we'll come back and we'll get it on the grill. All right, so we got our meter probe in, and we are gonna get this on our new Woodridge Pro. We're using apple pellets today. We're going at 225, super smoke. And I just want to show you why we have this on butcher paper. It just makes it easy to get it off. We're actually going to kind of roll it from the back up front, slide it off. If you don't have butcher paper, parchment works great. Let's get this on the grill. So we got our meatloaf on, smoking, and now we're gonna make our glaze. It's super simple. It's just 2 parts barbecue sauce to 1 part apple juice. So we're gonna add our apple juice in here. This is about a 1/2 cup. And then we're gonna add our barbecue sauce. This is our Traeger Que. It's delicious. You have never tried it. So we're just gonna, pretty much double the amount of apple juice in there. So super simple ratio. So just thin it out a little bit, make it more into glaze than the thicker sauce. All right, let me grab a whisk real quick. And we're gonna this is gonna be, so about, we wanna bring the meatloaf up to 160, so after about 2 hours, and then we'll glaze it and we'll let it go for about another 20 minutes. And then it'll be done. Our, finishing temp is around 165. You wanna pull it off. We'll let it rest and we'll slice it up. We're gonna take this to the grill and we're gonna glaze one. We've already actually had one on there for 2 hours. So let's go to the grill and glaze it. All right, so it's been 20 minutes and our meatloaf, our glaze should be nice and set up, so we're gonna get that off right now. All right, It's looking nice, glazed, it's all set up. So let's pull our probe out and we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna slice it up. All right, so our meatloaf's been resting and now we're gonna slice it up. And this is just such an easy weeknight meal. I mean, you can make this before, you can just keep it in your fridge and then get it on your grill as soon as you get off work, you get home. Just a really easy, simple recipe. So let's get sliced up. It's looking beautiful. Incredible smoke ring on there. It smells absolutely amazing. All right, look at that. Check out that smoke ring right there. I mean, this thing is so much flavor in it, packed with flavor. And if you want, you can even drizzle it with a little extra of that glaze we had. So just to brighten it up, add some extra flavor. So we'll drizzle a little over that. So you can serve this with whatever you want. We got some mashed potatoes here, but you could also do a salad, green beans, broccoli, anything like that to make it a full rounded meal. So let's try a slice of this and see how we did. Get this right over our mashed potatoes. This looks incredible. All right, yep. Oh man, this is so good. Holy shit. If you haven't tried this, you gotta give it a shot. Just look down below here. Got the recipe down there. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week on Traeger Kitchen.